Hello everyone, Stacy from Dies to Die For. Welcome back to another card making video. Today I don't have a sample done up of the card that we're going to make because I made it for my son for his birthday and it was such a quick and simple card. I wanted to show you guys, but he wouldn't give me the sample back to show you, so we're just going to wing it from here. Hopefully I remember what it looked like. We're going to use our ribbons and bows die, our balloons, celebrate word, and I think I have some of the Lou's birthday or basic words, the happy birthday, just in case I want to use those. And then we used our stitched rectangle and our basic rectangles, and then our Gina Marie slimline stitch rectangles when we get to the slimline version. So here is what I did. I cut out my stitched rectangle and then I inked around the edges with the Simon Hurley Midnight Snack. And then I cut out a white piece that was just smaller than my stitch lines. See that? I can't tell you the exact measurements. I don't remember what they are, but I just made sure that I cut it just inside the stitch lines. Then I inked it with the Simon Hurley Gur. I cut out my stitched accent ribbon and inked it with the Midnight Snack again, and then I laid it down on my little brown piece now, I guess, and I trimmed the edges so that it matched up. And the reason that I actually did that is because the stitched accent ribbon is just smaller than the A2 size. The reason for that is this is one of the first dies that I made and I had my measurements wrong on that. I actually measured from the outside of the metal, not realizing that the actual die was going to be a hair bit shorter than that. So if you're wondering why this die is a hair bit shorter, that's the reason. But it works out if you just cut your mat part a little bit smaller. And I should say that was the original version of that die. I've since modified it, but I still have the old version sample. Okay, we'll glue that down, lay it right inside of there. And the idea is to kind of make this back here look like wrapping paper. So I cut out some of my party balloons and inked around the edge with the Midnight Snack ink. Tuck that one under there. I'm gonna do that one that way. Just randomly throw the balloons on here. So it looks kind of random anyway. We all know that it's not really random when it comes to wrapping paper. There's some sort of pattern in there. I think, actually, yeah, small. I don't think I want that one right there. I want it over a little more. That's why I always lay these out on here first before I glue anything down. That way if I want to move stuff around. And this one, I should have put these on first so I could trim off the edges, make it look like it's going. Does that make sense? Okay, what do you think about that? Is that enough? I don't quite like that big one up there. Let's tuck a smaller one down in there. There, and that way it doesn't matter if I cut it off or not. And I'm just going to start gluing. I'm going to snip a little bit of this end off because it's just a little bit too tall for the spot that I have it in. Make sure you tuck it down in there enough though so that it's not apparent that you snipped the end off. And with this ribbon, I can still lift it up because I only ran a bead of glue right down the center. I didn't glue the edges. If you're wondering why or how I can still lift them up. Start with this one down in the corner. I wanted to show you guys this because it's a nice, simple. I think the first one I made for my son, it took me about 10 minutes to put it all together. Probably 10 minutes to cut out the pieces, but isn't that the way it always goes? I think if I move this up further, I can fit one more small balloon down here. Oh yeah. Okay, are all my balloons glued down? Now they are. There are the balloons. We'll move these over here. Now I have my bow. And then let's see what words I want to use for this. You can either put like the celebrate coming off of there, or we could put it straight across the middle, or we could use our happy birthday. I think on this one I'm going to use a celebrate word, and on the slimline I might just use this happy birthday. Let's do the celebrate right across the center. Oh, and the celebrate, I cut out the shadow and inked it with the midnight, and then the celebrate word I just left white, but I did ink around the edges with the midnight snack. Yeah, let's get our bow glued down. And since you guys know I like dimension, I'm gonna curl that bow in a little bit. Could have also popped it up, but curling it a little is just fine. Let's keep it simple, just like that. Now let's move on to our slimline version. Here I use the Gina Marie stitched, and we're going to actually do this first and then glue down. Now, because our ribbons and bows die was made for an A2 size card, I have to, well, slightly smaller than an A2. You have to modify it a little bit to use it for the slimline. So I cut a few out and I just cut pieces. Off, only I don't remember what piece goes to what. Do I have another small piece? I don't. Yes, I do, right here. Okay. So as long as you, where your pieces connect is right in the center, you can put a bow over it and nobody will ever know. Except for you. See? So let's start by gluing this piece down. I think I want it more towards the top, or right there. That good? And I just put a lot of glue on that, didn't I? Oh. Let's put our balloons down first, since I've already glued that. I forgot my one bead down the center idea. add some small balloons and throw them on there. Not too many though. I think we're going to take one of those off. That's just way too much, because we still want these long balloons on here. Use the long balloons kind of as a filler. I think that's good if we put 3 and 3. What do you think? I think that's what we're gonna call good. That's what I think. Maybe put that one going off the top a little bit. And this one more towards the center. And this one up here. I'm gonna put this the opposite way. Am I missing a small balloon? I feel like I should have 3 of each. Put that one going off the top too. How about that? Or going, nope. Going that way and going off the top. And move this one down a little and you over there. I feel like we need something going off the bottom now too, like that. Just because we have 2 on the top. And these are getting kind of close over here, aren't they? Okay, maybe take you away. No, never mind, it needs this one. So this one will go like that. Don't want to make it too crowded. Just enough. I know that surprises all of you hearing me say that. Me of all people. Okay, just for today, I don't want to make my card too crowded. Just because we're trying to keep it simple, right? Trying to do a quick card that you could use for any kind of celebration, really. Okay. Now let's go back to our piece that we've already glued and is now drying, and add a little more glue. When you lay the second one down, you're going to want it to line up exactly on top of that first one, so that it appears that they are all one piece. And you probably want it to come to the edge of your card too. Okay, there is that. One right there, maybe over a little more actually, right to the edge. Darn it. Otherwise you're going to have all this space. I'll get that with my adhesive eraser later. Otherwise you're going to have all this space. I don't, actually, you could have put it right in the center. Now I think about it. No, I still like it off to the side. For this particular card, it might have been better in the center though. Okay, we got our bow. Let's fluff this thing up a little bit. You guys want to see this on a pop dot? Let's do it. There's some pop dots right here. Pop dots, dimensionals, whatever you call them. I'm gonna have to do a lot of work with that glue eraser on that line. Okay, now the question is, do we use the celebrate word or do we use the happy birthday? I was kind of thinking of the happy birthday because this is a longer card and it'll take up more room. Let's go with the happy birthday on this one. It has been decided. Okay, I'm gonna put some glue over here. I haven't shown you guys this in a while. Let me move everything off my headboard and show you the easier way that I was taught during a physics class to glue these little dainty words. You just put some glue, a dab of glue on your scrap paper or whatever you use, and drag your word through that instead of trying to get the glue on every little section of these little words. And I laid that down in there. Okay, before I take pictures, I'm going to have to remake this whole card without all these glue marks everywhere. Maybe when I remake it, I'll put the bow more in the center. It'll be a surprise for you guys. You'll look at the picture on our Facebook page or website and say, hey, that's not the card she made on the video. Okay, there's that part of it. Now let's get it glued down to the stitched part, or to the stitched background. And again, I cut this piece to fit just inside the stitched lines. There you go. There is your slimline version. Actually, I don't mind where that bow ended up right there. I just don't like all the glue marks all over it, and that's going to take a lot of work with the adhesive eraser. There are your cards for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again on the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Have a great day.